Hey guys, for today's video, I'm going to be sharing a couple of pieces that I'm really loving for the fall. These are styles of clothes or shoes or accessories that I am seeing everywhere that are either on my wish list and I'm planning on purchasing, or I've already purchased and I want to talk about today. So I have a lot of things to share, so let's get right into it. So just know that I don't really purchase anything unless I feel like it will stand the test of time. So a lot of these things, if not everything that I'm talking about, are things that I feel I can wear over and over and over again for many falls in a row. Despite me seeing it everywhere right now, and despite these things being very on trend right now, I really do feel like they are very classic and like timeless. I've really been into square toe shoes. I love pointed toe shoes as well, but for this fall and this winter in particular, just square toed flats, mules, boots, I'm very into. I feel like the square toe just adds a tiny bit of interest, which is one of my favorite things to do to any kind of classic. These are by, I think it's pronounced Staud, S-T-A-U-D. I really love their designs. So I have black mules that I've worn for I think 2 fall and winters in a row already. They're by Everlane. So I wanted something a little different, and I'm really loving this color, which is like a sort of like maroon chocolate brown. But I wanted something in croc stamp. So I was looking everywhere for it, and I came across these, and it happened to have a square toe. And it's funny because I purchased these before doing that Everlane video that I did recently for my fall picks from them. And I did not know that they were gonna send me their square-toed flats. So by the time they sent me them, it was too late to return these. So normally I don't purchase things that are too similar like that, but they are a little different. The Everlane ones are flats. Those are very beautiful. The color is a little bit more of a chocolate brown. This one's more of a reddish brown. And I feel like this one is just, you know, a more subtle square toe, but I really love those Everlane flats as well. Square toes in general, very into, and of course croc stamp anything is also, you know, I want to give an honorable mention. I don't think it's on my list, but croc stamp anything forever and ever is just like my jam. So, and along with the shoe trend, I might as well talk about pointed mules with a little bit of a heel. So I feel like these little guys are gonna get so much wear from me for the fall and the winter. Again, you know, I live in a hotter climate, so I can get away with wearing mules for fall and winter. So I love these. These are also by Staud. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but it's a very feminine and chic and elegant looking shoe. And you know, the added little heel, I know that not everybody is into kitten heels, but again, you know, you can get a regular sized heel in pointed mules, and I feel like it'll give the same effect. One of my favorite things to do when it comes to anything that is trendy is, as opposed to purchasing something that is on trend and you'll probably get tired of, I like to style things in a trendy way. So for example, I feel like preppy clothes, or like the preppy style, is going to be very big for the fall and the winter. So throwing any crew neck sweater that I have in my closet over my shoulders gives that effect, you know. And I'm not purchasing something, I'm not purchasing like a collared polo or anything like that, because that's a little bit more outside of my comfort zone. So I'm just getting things that I already have and throwing it over my shoulders. So, you know, you are still participating in the trend, but you're not wasting your money on something that might not stand the test of time. So throwing sweaters over my shoulders, I've talked about it before, very into it. If you guys saw my most recent styling video, you would have seen that I got a couple of Baggier pants, and it was definitely something that I was not into. Living in Miami, I feel like if you're not showing your butt and every crevice of your body, you're sort of like, people look at you like if you're an alien. So I was brought up with that mentality of not wearing things that were oversized, even though I thought that it looked so good on other people, even if it's not exactly the most feminine style of clothes, I felt like it looked so good. So I always wanted to try it, but I just didn't know if I can get a lot of wear out of it. So I recently bit the bullet and I purchased some trousers, some pleated trousers that are very, very oversized from the Frankkie shop. And I also got some from otherstories, which are some like beige denim, slouchy, baggy trousers. And I styled them, you know, not thinking anything of it, not thinking I was gonna really like it or anything, and I ended up loving it. So I will link that video so you guys can see how I styled them, but be on the lookout because I will be styling them a lot for the fall and most likely the winter. I never thought it was something that I would feel comfortable in my body, but I really love it, especially styling it with something that's a little bit more form-fitted up top. Next up, I have this right here, which is my velvet or suede. I think it's suede. Yeah, right. Might be velvet. I don't know, but it is a padded headband. So I got this one from Avenue, the label, and I really love it. I know that it's not for everyone because it is very like padded, and if you have a smaller head, it can look a little weird. Like I have a pretty small head, and sometimes I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, hey, can I pull this off or do I just look insane? But I don't care. I like it, especially for bad hair days, you know, when you just don't want to have your hair in your face or whatever it is. It is a very, very cute, feminine way to just accessorize your outfit or your hair. For the colors, I obviously stay within the neutrals because I feel like it is just something that will stand the test of time for me. It's something that I'm not gonna get bored of, so I rarely stray away from the neutrals. But I'm loving chocolate browns, trousers or belts or shoes, whatever it is, I don't know. But for the fall, I am just like, that's the color that I keep gravitating towards. I feel like you can't go wrong. Like you can't go wrong with incorporating a couple of chocolate brown pieces, whether it be a purse or pants. So since I live in a hotter climate, I have to get a little creative with the way that I style clothes. So one of my favorite things to do when I'm going to wear a blazer, obviously I can throw a blazer over top of my outfit if it's like a lightweight blazer. I'm very picky with the materials because of that, but if I'm gonna wear like a thicker blazer or a more structured one of my favorite things to do is not wear anything underneath and just cinch it at the waist with a belt. And you know, this looks good with so many different things, with jeans, trousers, a skirt, wearing something so that it looks like the only thing you're wearing is your blazer. Just cinching blazers I'm very into, and I just bring it back every fall and winter, so I had to talk about it. So I'm really loving thicker belts lately, especially if I'm going to wear trousers or something very baggy on the bottom. I feel like if you get a belt that is a little thicker, it's going to cinch you at the waist and make your waist look a bit smaller because the belt is thicker, as opposed to going in with a thinner belt. You're not going to get the same like dramatic effect. I got this belt and it's not that thick. I think this is like 2 inches, but I think this is the perfect thickness. I don't like it to be too thick either because I feel like I won't get as much wear out of those because they don't really fit in a lot of loops. But this one is perfect. I love wearing this, like I said, with pretty much anything, but especially if I'm going to wear something that is a little baggier on the bottom. So next up I have leather, and I am just trying to figure out which piece I want to purchase in leather. Not obviously like real leather, but just like the effect of leather. And I do always like to have at least one piece in my closet that is leather. I want something that is a little bit more loose, I think. So I might go for like leather trousers, maybe in chocolate brown if I get lucky. I don't know, but I've been seeing leather blazers everywhere and I really love how that looks. I just have to try to find something that is subtle, something that is wearable, not too thick, not too hot, but really loving at least some like clothing accent in leather. So if you saw my recent styling video, you would have seen that I styled ankle socks, and the whole point of that video was me styling things or clothing pieces that I used to avoid. I always used to not avoid them, I love how they look with sportswear or loungewear and things like that, but I never really tried styling it with regular clothes, like styling it up. I never tried doing that. So I really loved how it looked with just, you know, shorts, a blazer, a tank, or jeans, pretty much anything. Like, I feel like you can wear them with anything. I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, just like dad sneakers and stuff like that, but I feel like if you do it in a subtle way, it can make your outfits look a little bit more interesting, more playful. So ankle socks, very into it. Definitely something that I'm going to be wearing for fall and winter for sure. For this season specifically, I've been seeing linked chains or chunkier chains everywhere, and I purchased this one from young Frankk. I also have the bracelet, and I'm very picky when it comes to chunkier things. You guys know that I love dainty jewelry, but I love how thin these links are. Like, it's not a very bulky chain, but it's definitely a statement chain. And wearing this with something a little higher up on the neck, or a very minimal top, or a t-shirt or a tank top, whatever it is, it just adds a little something to your outfit, and it sort of like completes your look. So, you know, slicking your hair back, just making everything look very minimal, and then throwing this on to accessorize has been one of my favorite things to do, and I'm definitely going to continue doing it for the fall and the winter. Gonna finish this video off by talking about unique bodysuits. So for the spring and summer, you guys know that I talked about unique tank tops. I carry this on year round. I love finding very unique styles of basics. It's such a simple piece, but I feel like it really gives like an effect. So finding unique bodysuits, maybe with like a cool cutout or an open back, or, you know, just one shoulder, whatever it is. You can style it with jean, shorts, a blazer over top, sweater over your shoulders, like literally anything. I feel like you cannot go wrong with a bodysuit. It is 100% something that can stand the test of time if it is not too trendy. But yes, unique looking bodysuits are definitely something that's on my wish list, and I will 100% be purchasing for the fall and the winter. So that's everything for this video. Let me know if there are any styles of clothes or trends that you're loving or planning on purchasing for the fall in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. I post on there way more often than I post on here. And hit the notification bell so that you never miss an upload, and I'll see you in my next video.